do algebra, so like most moms, so I figured this would be a better opportunity for Taylor to learn it in a more thorough way. And I did, because I sat in on a class and found that the way Mr. D explains things is different than the way I learned it, and it just makes much more sense the way he explains it. It's wild and wacky and makes math fun.
Well, I had taken one of his introduction courses as a homeschool parent, and I could see that he made a point to teach the language of math. And my son was adopted at 6.5 and spoke Russian when we got him, and he struggled with the comprehension of the math language all the way through our career together. And I could take him up to 5th grade math, but I couldn't teach him the language past that. And I thought, well, this is a young man who wants to be a scientist, and he's got to have math to move forward. And as a high school student, I missed the language of trigonometry and couldn't continue with math. He taught him the language of math, and Joshua's been getting hundreds the whole entire year, and now he's got the confidence because he understands the math. And I have Mr. D to thank. While I learned, you definitely need to understand the language of math. I myself got stopped dead in tracks with math because I couldn't understand trigonometry and language, and now my son is not going to have that same problem.
Now, would you recommend this program to other homeschool moms?
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like Mr. D's his encouraging personality has helped Natalie know that she can do the coursework. She works very hard, and she's excelled.
What age and grade level are they in, your children?
Natalie is my daughter taking the course this year, and she is in 8th grade, and she's completing Algebra 1. And next year, Natalie will go on to geometry, and then our son Taylor will also take geometry at the same time. And he'll be in 11th grade next year.
Did you learn anything new about math this year?
Did I? That's a good question. I mean, I've known all along. I love math. I love numbers, but something about getting to algebra. All 3 of my children have had a very difficult, challenging time with algebra in high school, and I struggled with teaching them, even though I love the coursework myself. Well, yeah, actually, I did learn that in the language, Mr. D has taught these kids how to think in kind of a new language. Taught them how to think algebraically, and I like that. I just saw Natalie do well with that.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about this program or even Mr. D?
He has such an upbeat, uplifting personality that he makes it fun for the kids. He makes it a lot of fun, and they've enjoyed the class. Natalie absolutely loves coming to class.
Well, we were looking for a program that would work with both of our children, algebra and pre-algebra, and Mr. D came highly recommended. It's been a wonderful program. The kids have learned a lot. Both of the boys did really well. They've learned a lot. Mr. D has a certain way of helping the boys learn things in a way that's been different in other programs that they've had. I think they've come very far this year. Mr. D was a joy to work with. I would highly recommend him. He gets along really well with the kids, with the parents. If the parents have a question, he'll text you, email you, call you right away. And it was a very convenient program, which is what we were looking for.
My daughter needed to finish Algebra 1, and she needed to learn it well. I'm very happy that she has learned it well and has actually enjoyed math. My daughter did very well in the program this year. I like the fact that she gets the concept and they don't move on until she really masters the concept. As an educational consultant to many homeschool families, I have recommended Mr. D's math program.